Welcome to Good News Week. And the big news? Carl Williams has stopped selling ecstasy and moved into ice. Too early, eh? And a rugby league team in Melbourne somehow managed to gangbang themselves. The Melbourne Storm! But the even bigger news? The end of the world! Revelations 9, verse 2. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened, and all the plains were smiteth from the sky. It's a sign of the apocalypse. The Catholic Church is in disgrace. There are holy wars all over the world, filth and depravity everywhere we look, and 2 million people are watching Underbelly. Well, one less now. Too early. It's Armageddon. Mankind has been brought down a couple of pegs by a little volcano called Eyjafjallajökull. Before this, most people thought Eyjafjallajökull was something Björk screamed during sex. The good news is, without the option of planes, people are finding alternative ways to travel. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Tony. Guess what? More boats. Never going to win a Logie if this is the quality. This is the quality of the audiences I get. I'm never going to get one. Flashed up the number on the screen. My mother didn't have time to write it down. This is worrying. A senior member of the Catholic Church in Australia has warned that Generation Y is risking a dangerous fascination with the occult, fueled by Twilight and Harry Potter. The last things kids need are made-up stories about spirits, drinking blood, and people with special powers. Whoops! There goes both testaments. Bishop Julian Porteous claims Twilight and Potter encouraged the exploration of occult practices like seances. And getting a group of people to chant and contact the dead is frightening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Of course the Twilight series is demonic. The main character has risen from the dead, can heal the sick, and sees blood as wine. And the Vatican's copyright lawyers are looking into it. Warning kids off Harry Potter, a young boy's triumph over evil. I can see why the Catholic Church would be threatened by that. After all, if kids know about wizards, they're less likely to be fooled when a priest tries to impress them with his magic wand. And it doesn't stop there. Bishop Porteous said alternative therapies like yoga and Tai Chi can lead to the religious traditions of the East, and people can find themselves in the grip of demonic forces. So there you go. The devil not only gets the best tunes, but also the best kids' books and mind-body exercises. As for tofu, it's the smegma of Satan. Even now, there are young people seduced into demonic yoga poses like downward dog of hell, salute to the son of Satan, and spread eagle stance of the sexually ambiguous altar boy. Spread eagle stance. According to the Vatican, one of the main signs of demonic influence is speaking in ancient tongues. For example, Latin with a thick German accent. And that's the good news.
It's Good News Week.
Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, in the maximum security wing of the Network 10 Correctional Facility, the hard man, Mikey Robbins. Coming to Springwood in the Blue Mountains this Sunday. Then the Factory Theatre in Sydney with her new show, Ballsy, the extremely lovable DeAnne Smith. And about to start his season at the Sydney Comedy Store, the legend, the giant, the godfather of American stand-up.
Big.
Mr. Dom Irrera! Mr. Dom Irrera! And they're sleeping with the fishes next to the pistol-packing Claire Hooper. The one-man volcanic eruption, Jason Byrne. And also starring at the Factory Theatre as part of the Sydney Comedy Festival, the goddess of London, Gina Yashere.
I like that.
Honoured to have you on, Dom. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm all right.
What'd you think of the monologue?
I thought it was great. I thought I was fantastic. I shone.
You made it all work. You brought a lot out of bullshit.
I'm loving you so much. I got to keep you around. How long are you in Australia for?
Until I get a suit like that.
Do you like it?
I'm here till next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to Melbourne, doing some TV. I'm doing game shows all over the place.
Game shows?
Yeah. No,
How demeaning.
Imagine that.
I don't know what's... are you on the same network as Spicks and Specs?
Yes. Yes, they're our sister show, in fact. Yeah. They learned everything they know from us.
Well, I'm doing that with Adam Hills, and he couldn't hold a candle to you, my friend.
Thank you. So many people say that, though.
Actually, if you do go on certain websites, you can see Adam holding that candle too, Paul.
DeAnne Smith, how are you?
I'm great. I also love you, Paul.
Oh.
Is that how we're doing things now?
Yeah, we're sucking up.
I'm good.
Springwood.
I'm going up there.
Can you talk about Springwood?
I can't yet, because I have never been there before.
All right. It's in the Blue Mountains, is that right?
Stop quizzing me on Australia. I don't know. But I saw... I recently had a really Australian experience. I saw my first huntsman spider. So that was kind of exciting and terrifying. Yeah, it's like any spider. I know it's not supposed to be dangerous, but any spider like big enough to crawl by and then give me the finger, I think is just too big. Too big. And I know there's a lot of dangerous animals in Australia, and you are all visitors to the country as well. I thought it was easier, instead of making a list of dangerous animals in order to keep myself safe, I made a list of non-dangerous animals. And I'd like to read it to you guys, to Dom and Gina and Jason.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Right. I made a list of non-dangerous Australian animals. Some of the sheep.
DeAnne Smith.
A huntsman can jump, yeah? Do you know that?
They can also
jumping huntsman.
Well,
Yeah.
because that is... Well, that couldn't be worse. If you can see something that can, like, crawl, that's a bit scary. But if it can turn around and literally just jump on you... or, get over a door or do hurdles, that's going to be pretty scary.
I'll tell you, whenever I come to Australia, I always insist I'm in a hotel on at least the 10th floor, because I'm figuring, like a funnel web spider will get tired after about the 3rd floor. I'm thinking they're going to be like, you know what, Eric, I'm buggered. I don't think the black girl's going to taste that good. That's what I think.
Mikey, how are you feeling at the moment with the controversy over the Melbourne Storm?
Oh, look, I must admit, I am depressed, as many of you know. I'm not a Storm fan, I'm a Bunnies fan, but I love the game of rugby league, and it's depressing, it makes you angry, but it's also perplexing. Who'd have thought that there'd be a scandal involving footballers and 2 books? Most footballers... I mean, most footballers, you know, the little red engine, that's about as far as they got. But, yeah, it's nice. I'm looking forward to Billy Slater washing my windscreen soon.
I heard about that. I got a friend who's a journalist. I heard about it straight away, and I was really excited, but I had to ask what sport they played. I had no idea.
Even I know that, and I'm not even from here.
Well, I know now, but I thought they were soccer.
Oh, Utah, Melbourne
Yeah,
Storm.
NRL's the giveaway there, isn't it?
But nobody was were saying the NRL Melbourne Storm. They're just going to the Melbourne Storm.
Sounds like a gay musical.
Well, actually, have you seen their outfits? They're purple and
I
yellow.
know. But what happened? What, they got overpaid? Paid too much? Too much paid?
They got over,
People
they went
got
over
too
the
much.
limit. The thing is, when you come to a country, you have to learn about their sports, and that's why I think the All Blacks are the best team here.
So, Jason, lovely to have you back.
Well, I'm enjoying it here because I've decided to stay in Bondi, which is, wow, that place is scary. I've never seen so many people moving around in all my life. You can't even if you want to, like, it's just, you just feel shit all day when you're in Bondi. It's like, oh my God, oh no, oh look at the guy. And there's people do it, and the pushing, and the and my skin is so pale, look, see? And I lay down with no towel, and people stood on me, right? They literally couldn't see me. But it's like, yeah, because it's quite scary with my skin because I can actually burn people beside me. The reflection could the sun bang. So I sat down on the beach and I just looked down, and as I sat up, all I could see was women with their legs this way or with their arse facing me down, with their legs spread that way. And I tried not to look. I tried to look casual like that. So I thought I'd pick up my phone and pretend I was texting. Then I looked like I was taking pictures of it. And a woman sat up, this is no shit, a woman sat up who had her legs spread towards me, this is not a word of a lie. She just sat up and she seen me and she went, and turned around like that. So I thought I was perving. I wasn't. And mind you, I'm camouflaged on the beach, I could. Sneaking out. Why is the sand moving?
Should we begin the game, ladies and
sorry,
gentlemen? Get started? The opening salvo is a game called What's the Story, Mikey, DeAnne, Dom?
Yes.
Lock and load.
Oh. Ah, Mr. Pantock.
Looks like a little elf. And then some guns.
Oh, dear.
Barry.
Oh!
What's it about?
Wow, that is one crazy, mad, right-wing bitch.
As opposed to all the other ones.
Yes.
Well, Burry, is that Burry Homo Care?
Obamacare? Barry Obama?
Oh, is that Obama? I thought it said Homo Care.
Would that make it more interesting?
Well, it's just sad that people don't want to give care to gay people. Obama's the golfer or the president? I get them mixed up.
I suppose there's been a rise in right-wing, because there's this Tea Party movement with Sarah Palin, but there's been a big rise in, like, really nutty groups.
The militant groups, yeah, like 10 guys. What are they going to do? 10 guys are going to take over, what, a gas station?
I don't know, like, and they call it Tea Party, which I think is funny, because they always have guns. Like, I've never been to a tea party that's like, have a chamomile.
Wait till you get to Darwin. The first bloke there was from the Southern Poverty Law Centre, and they've been keeping track of right-wing groups going back to the Klan in the 30s. And they've come out recently and said because of, sounds like suddenly America's gone up and went, oh, shit, he is black.
But he's not really black because he came from a white vagina. I mean, the thing is, he's mixed. Seriously, I mean, I'm proud of the United States for the fact that we finally elected a Hawaiian as president. Because everybody hates the Hawaiians.
In the past few years, there's been a massive rise in the amount of right-wing whack jobs in the States.
Can you imagine being in a hate group? I mean, even if you hated that much, I'd be too lazy to organize my hate. What do you wake up in the morning? Boy, who could I hate today? What a beautiful day.
Just go out and punch a bird. Oh, bird lovers, right.
They do have it. 10 points. It's that simple.
Good job. You guys are great.
According to the organisation, which tracks the activities of hate groups in America, there are now 932, a new high. The first group actually hated the fact there weren't any hate groups around, and things just snowballed from there. One hate group set up a hate group for haters of hate groups on Facebook, and that inspired a counter group of hating hate groups who hate haters of hate groups. It's also been a great year for scorn groups, miffed clubs, and the coalition of the peeved. The problem is it's perfectly legal to form an armed militia in the United States. In fact, that's pretty much what the United States is.
I don't represent the United States. I'm just a comedian. I don't give a shit.
But don't be fooled. Many hate group members are highly educated, or as they like to call it, edumacated. Really?
That's okay.
And yet, even though they claim to be smart, they still can't spell clan. Write it in. Write it home.
Actually,
Yes, Mikey.
the amazing thing, when those Klansmen take those pointy hats off, their heads are the same shape.
Claire, Jason, Gina.
Yes.
Right. On your marks.
Oh, there's that tower thing. People
Oh,
running.
yes, athletes.
Is that
Athletes
For the-
and...
Director of New Delhi Games. Oh, police. Oh, G1 in the background.
That'll be a gate.
That's a
That'll be
gate.
a gateway
G1.
to a
Is that
sporting
is that an
centre.
airport?
Incredible. You've got it. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 points. Come on. No, they haven't got it. Stop clapping.
What?
They just stated the obvious.
We were just.
What is-
We were
Is that-
testing stuff.
Was that the game? We just had to say what we've seen in the picture.
That would be the world's dumbest quiz show. Actually, yeah.
Anyway,
so
okay.
what, we
So,
had,
so somebody was holding an Olympic torch thing there.
Yeah, that was Kathy Freeman. That
And,
is, you
like-
remember the Sydney Games? She was the one in the white lycra suit that lit
Yeah.
the flame.
And then there was another picture with lots of brown people in it, so I assume that was in Redford or something. No? 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 Okay.
Is it to do with? Do you have the Commonwealth Games coming here? Going over there? Going
No,
over
to
there?
India,
Coming
right?
here. India. That's where it is. Yes. Is it?
Yes, do you have the Commonwealth Games going there as well?
What is the point of the Commonwealth?
Well,
It's
no,
like-
is he in the Commonwealth? He's Jamaica. Is that the
No,
Commonwealth?
no, I don't know.
I'm just trying to remember which network's actually showing those wonderful games.
Is it something to do with the Commonwealth and India?
Yes, it's something to do with
Yes,
the Commonwealth
yes,
Games
yes.
and India.
There's police.
We're
There's
honing it
police.
down, we're honing it
There's
down, we're
police.
shaping it.
They're
Yes.
saying that. Well, they're saying that they're worried about security because
Because
it's
of the
going to
blast
India,
in Bangalore.
basically.
Yeah, and Mumbai trouble.
And
But they're promising foolproof security.
but they're not telling us what it is. It's foolproof. I can't tell you, but it's foolproof.
That's Indian, yeah.
I don't know. It might have been Aboriginal. I've got no idea. No idea. So basically, they're saying that they got foolproof security, but they're not telling us what it is. I'm just making this up.
No, you're pretty close. That's pretty
Oh, the sports stars. They don't want to go
Terrorists.
there. Why send them?
And they're scared of terrorists. Terrorism.
Are they scared of
I
terrorists?
just had a nightmare vision of being stuck next to you two on a plane.
Somewhere in the middle of that, there was an answer that could have been deemed right.
Yeah! Excellent.
Officials in New Delhi have assured Australian athletes and spectators that security for the Commonwealth Games will be foolproof.
That's what we said.
We said that.
That's why you get the points, you goose. They've already thwarted many potential attacks. Mind you, anyone attacking the Games 6 months before they actually start may not be the sharpest militant on the block. Your chances of being blown up are 1 in a million. Unfortunately, as there are 1.17 billion people in India, 1,170 people are in for a nasty surprise. Authorities say the recent bombings at the cricket in Bangalore are no indication of danger in Delhi. Although, if you want to avoid terrorism, best steer clear of a place called Bangalore. Not to mention bombs a lot and Western Kablooey.
Kablooey!
You don't know the province of Kablooey. Stay away from the west.
The East Kablooey's lovely.
Oh, lovely East Kablooey. But really, there's nothing to worry about. If there is a terrorist attack, the sprinters will be able to run away. The shooters and the archers will be able to fight back. The high jumpers and the pole vaulters will leap to safety, and the synchronised swimmers will just... OK, so we lose a few synchronised swimmers. So after one hop, step and duck of Good News Week, the Robbins team are on 10 points, the Hooper team are on 10 points. Coming up, beautiful voices. During the break, as we were shocked that there could have been a scandal in a game like rugby league, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Robin, Smith and Irrera got... a circus performer.
Good evening.
Put on the costume. Put on the costume, Mikey.
And of all the things you made me wear, this week is so hot. I am sweating like Barnaby Joyce in an IQ test.
We also have a Jack in the Box. Oh, man. And finally, this.
I'm going to see Miss Liza. I'm going to go to Mississippi. I'm going to see Miss Liza. I'm going to go to You know what? I'm going to bring out real singers for this. Great singers. The world-famous Harlem Gospel Choir.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Everybody sing with us. Happy birthday to. Come on, y'all. Happy birthday to. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to. Happy birthday to. Happy birthday.
The world-famous Harlem Gospel Choir, ladies and gentlemen. That's them. And we're very lucky tonight to have the founder and director, Alan Bailey, with us. Alan, are you there? Hello, Alan. How are you?
What a wonderful congregation this is out here. Thank you so much.
I think that's the
Y'all
first time
having a
they've
good
been called a congregation.
Are y'all having a good time? I think I'm gonna take up a collection while y'all here.
They're stingy, by the way. They're very stingy. I got one point to ask about. Normally with a choir, you see more than 5 people.
Right.
And these seem to be a very small choir. Have there been budget cuts?
I think part of us in New Zealand.
New Zealand,
right?
Wellington.
Yeah, Wellington. So
All right, so really loud voices then.
really loud voices, yeah.
All the way across the Tasman. So how many in the choir altogether?
75.
75?
That's right,
And these are the 5 best singers, I take it.
That's for sure.
When did your tour start around Australia?
We start when, the 9th? Around Australia? Yeah, around the 9th.
Yeah. And it's called the Concert of Hope?
Concert of Hope.
Anything you can tell us about the Concert of Hope?
No, not really.
Work it, you gotta work it.
We're gonna have some church everywhere we go. You know that, don't you, right? So we're gonna keep those guys out of here.
The smutty mouth people. Yeah. Watch out. They're the souls you should be saving right now. What?
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
And this is your book, I believe? Singing God's Word?
Singing God's Word. #1 seller on Amazon. And please pick up a copy, because we need it.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please thank Alan and the world-famous Harlem Gospel Choir? Please thank them. Woo. And Hooper, Byrne and Yashere have packaging. Not quite as thrilling as a choir. Oh, wow, you're incredible.
Oh, that actually works.
Post me.
Every week you're Lady Gaga. We also have Booty.
Yeah, I like the fact that you give me a white woman's ass. I love that.
And it's dented.
And yeah, it's a dented white woman's ass. And I like the fact that I've got my very own tramp stamp. They've actually got a...
That's the new modern art.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love the booty.
That reminds me, I gotta give my mom a call.
Actually, I quite like the idea of having a white cleavage.
Wow! That's working.
I can't believe someone's white wolf whistling a black woman with white tits. This is ridiculous.
It's build your own bogan over there.
And finally, we have this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to sing. I mean, I've no choir. It's going to be me. The budget's gone. Here we go. Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his hand. Brought it early next morning. He brought my letter back. He wrote upon. No, she wrote upon. Return to sender. What is the address? I don't know the address. And where's it supposed to go?
And somewhere in Memphis, a fat man is turning in his grave.
I quite like that. That's nice.
The only way that could have been better is if it didn't happen at all. So more of that good and evil a little later. Now to the very important world news game we call 3.5 Corners. Robin's team.
Yes, young man.
Going to start with you.
Okay, knock yourself out.
In China, young people texting and in online chat rooms have come up with a new expression to replace "oh my God." What is this expression?
Bizarrely enough, it is. I was reading this morning. It's "oh my Lady Gaga." But they've replaced God with Lady Gaga, so Lady Gaga's gone on the net, so Lady Gaga's gone viral.
I've been doing that for years, by the way.
What? Lady
Gaga?
Yeah.
Yep, got it. In Britain, after failing to read the fine print in a contract, 7,500 online shoppers accidentally sold something to a computer game company. What did they sell?
They accidentally sold something.
Yes, they didn't read the fine print in the contract, and 7,500 of them sold something to a computer game company. What?
Social skills and the ability to meet women.
She's close. You're close. They actually sold their souls to the computer game.
He has it, ladies and gentlemen.
Part of the contract was that...
It's a big night for Mikey Robbins there.
My man is smart. My man's smart. Mm-hmm. You're the man.
No, just a lonely man who spends a lot of time on the computer. Hi, honey.
Surprised you read any news then.
I'm surprised you could read with just one hand.
In New York, a politician has launched a public campaign to change teenagers' behaviour. What does he want them to do?
He wants young boys to pull up their pants. So he's just like any other politician, just trying to keep crack off the streets.
Look, I admit...
It's cool, I guess. It's cool to wear your pants low. When my grandpa, he actually went the other way with his pants. When his pants started sagging and he wore his hat all sideways and he started doing crazy gestures with his hands, we put him in a home because we thought it was early dementia, but we didn't know. He was just cool, just ahead of his time.
They have 20 points, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect score. US Senator Eric Adams has spent $2,000 on a billboard campaign in New York urging teenage boys to stop the sag and hitch up their pants. And once the trousers are back where they should be, he'll tackle global warming and the war in Afghanistan. In protest, Adams is wearing his pants as high as possible. Unfortunately, he's partial to shorts and shocked crowds at a recent fundraiser. Wait for it, Australia, with his impromptu impression of a pair of fly's eyes. Oh. Ready for a jaunt around the 3.5 corners? Hooper team.
You bet.
In the US, rapper Snoop Dogg has revealed plans to record a new duet with whom?
I think it might be.
Is it?
It might be the reason that she's not coming to do the Logies.
Oh, that mad Scottish bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Why is she not doing
I
the Logies?
understand why someone might not want to fly all the way over to perform at the Logies, but this is somebody's big year. She should make the effort. Susan.
Why isn't Susan Boyle
it's Susan-
coming?
Susan
Boyle. Why is she not coming to the Logies?
Because she's recording with Snoop.
Snoop Dogg has revealed plans to record a new duet with Susan Boyle, so you do have it.
Wow, Susan Boyle.
Oh, really? Is that real? I'm not sure making it up.
Wow.
How's that going to work? Is she going to do some beatbox or something?
She's going to do an opera version of Snizzle My Bizzle or something. Brilliant.
Here, you do Snoop Doggy and I'll do Susan.
Okay.
That I'd like to see. In the next...
I want my cats! I need my cat! Snoop, sing the song!
Yay, bitch.
In the Netherlands, in a world first, Muslims can now shop online at a new website. What is it?
A new website.
We're going into bad territory, people. Bad territory.
It's a cheesy pun name, isn't it?
Is it Burkas Are Us?
That was worse than mine!
It's the type of shop we're after. What type of shop is
right.
Is it something to do with like clothing?
it? Their clothing could be involved.
Oh, is it a Bin Laden nudie pen when you turn it upside down?
We are getting very close to what the shop sells.
Bin Laden, clothes, nudie pens. Selling Bin Laden. Beards, false beards.
False beards, false
Is
beards.
it false beards? It's faces. Bin Laden's face.
Bin
2
Laden
syllables.
masks.
Anybody, you know, I don't think get it.
Oh, bin liners.
Bin Laden. It must be clothes.
Osama bin Liners.
Yeah.
That's a big seller.
I saw my bin liners. You can never find them.
Hey, Mikey. Oh, I've got to give you 2 points. I'm going to give you 2 points for that, just for being very funny. Okay. Anybody? Nobody?
Is it clothing?
Clothing.
It's in fact a sex shop. There are no sex toys or pornography, but there are massage oils, lubricants, and aphrodisiacs. The owner says there's a lot of love in Islam, and his shop puts women at the centre of things. So, no points, sadly, and not as funny as Snoop and
sex
Susan
shop.
Boyle singing.
A sex shop for Muslims.
Careful, Sparky.
In Somalia, an extremist group has banned radio stations from doing what?
Talking?
Very close.
Oh, actually,
So the next
I
step.
think I know this. It's not laughing, is it?
No.
Music.
Thank you very much, Gina. Yashere.
Music. Wow.
But apparently they're saying that music is Islamic, right? But they're replacing music with the relaxing sound of gunfire.
Gunfire and explosions. They're replacing the music, yeah. No music.
What, is that from the Muslim sex shop? OK, we'll move on quickly before I...
In Somalia, radio stations have been ordered to stop playing music after hardline militants declared it un-Islamic. They decided to ban music after hearing Rock the Casbah, I Shot the Sharif and Burkalicious. The sole exception is the Taliban new romantic group Quran. Cars with bombs. The Al-Shabaab militia have also banned bras, ringtones and movies. A spokesman said the new laws were music to his ears. He's dead now. Instead of music, radio programs will be linked, as Gina said, with the sounds of gunfire and explosions. Somalia's most popular format is now classic rock, throwing, and And the top rating program is Love Bomb Dedications. The good news is Whitney Houston has escaped the band because her music is now reminiscent of the screams that follow a car bomb. Yeah! Over there, 32 points. Over there, 25 points. After the break, the return of the Count. This is Couch Potato, where we delve into the darkest corners of our guests in the nicest possible way. Dom Irrera, please come and join me on the couch.
Thank you, Paul, for taking the time out of the show to help me. Appreciate it.
You comfy there?
I hate my father.
What was he like, your old man?
I don't really remember him. He left so early in my life. Oh, it's a big joke to you, isn't it? He never cheated on my mother. He used to cheat on me. Pick up other kids after school, take them to the zoo. Is this a bit? I like doing bits for Christ's sake. How about another song by Jason?
We're going to start off with word association.
Okay.
Italian.
Hungry.
All the time? Hungry all the time?
Look at me.
Yeah.
And I was never built like this before, but I've had some problems over the years. But go ahead with your word association.
Mama.
Hold me.
That was tender. Censorship.
Ridiculous.
Philadelphia.
Censorship.
Did something happen in Philadelphia?
Philadelphia is the most racially divided city I've ever seen. It's the city of brotherly love. My ass. The only the blacks and whites. It's a big schism. Schism.
Schism. I don't know. Do we say schism here, don't we? Yeah, schism.
What do we say here? I'm moving here with you guys. I ain't going back to LA, Hollywood with all my fancy celebrity friends. I like you people, regular people, people that I'm better than. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're shabby, this audience.
Yeah.
Look at the quality. Rubbish. Stand up.
Fun.
Divorce.
Ouch. I lost a lot of money to that bitch.
Hey, Dom, don't tell them real shit.
Oh, it's jokes.
So this next one could be a bit of a landmine for everyone. Women.
Love.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Gorgeous creatures.
Yes, they're beautiful, especially when they put makeup on and high heels. In the daytime, a little frumpy, but at night,
Disneyland.
Oh, I hate it.
Evil place.
Oh, it's just a money-making machine where you got to stand in line and shit, riding around in the dark. Who wants to ride around in the dark on a roller coaster? What the hell, is that fun?
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor, will you squirt acid in my face while I'm doing it?
You got to do it on mushrooms.
I never did drugs. I have a chemical imbalance.
Right.
I try to balance my Xanax with my alcohol. Is this thing on? Come on, where did I lose it, folks? Is the sound system working in here?
Love?
Too much. I give too much. But then again, I get. So in a way, I'm selfish. I get from giving.
Should we go a bit deeper, Dom? I'm a bit scared to go deeper with you at the moment, but let's go deeper.
All right.
Have you made your mother happy?
Yes, I have, but she was the one that made me practice before I went out with other women. Hey, this is my therapy. Stay out of this. Talk amongst yourselves.
I've lost feeling in my leg for some reason.
I can help you with that.
Oh. Who was Johnny Bag of Donuts?
Joey Bag of Donuts.
Joey Bag of Donuts.
Joey Bag of Donuts was the guy, one of the names I would hear on the streets, like the bada boom, bada bing, Little Petey, Big Petey, Regular Petey, Joey Bag of Donuts, Jimmy the Woman, Nicky Potato Salad, Sweetie, all these kind of names, you know. And then when I moved to the black neighborhood, it was very funny because people go, like now they go, so was your family in a mob? Yeah, we were in a mob in a poor black neighborhood in West Philadelphia. We were undercover, you know. But we used to have these guys, we used to call them, and they were two of my favorite guys. It was these 90-year-old black men, we used to call them the Rudy Roo men. That's what all they sound like. Nobody understood them but each other. It was like, well, you see, the Rudy Roo was down the ridge, and my other brother-in-law, by my cousin, the other sister-in-law, the other brother, Rudy Roo. He dead, and the moment, but Gina bullshit, my man coming on the whole end. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's right, because the home blown, he ain't taking the moment going down. That's right, that's exactly what I said.
Is any subject off limits in comedy?
You know, it's weird you should say that because I don't like hurting, I don't want to hurt anybody, but especially like, you know, I mean, obviously like children with certain things and all, but if I take it back on myself, then it's not, then I don't think it's off limits. Like for instance, the priest thing with the, here's a good example, I think. I talk about the child molestation, and I say, you know, it's a horrible thing, but I was an altar boy, and I always used to think, what about me, Father? I wasn't hot enough for you? You know? So.
We're going to finish now with this last one. Do you have a favorite joke?
I think one of my favorite jokes is, because I just love the image of it, is the snail joke. A guy hears a knock on the door, there's a snail standing there. Snail says, can I talk to you for a second? Guy grabs a snail and he throws him. He goes, get the f out of here. 3 years later, he hears a knock on the door, he opens up the door, the snail's standing there. The snail says, what the fuck was that all about?
Would you please thank Dom Irrera? Sit on the couch. Another patient on the couch coming up. Dom Irrera, ladies and gentlemen. The couch is calling you, Jason Byrne. Jason Byrne. And it's an unusual pose for the couch.
No, I quite like this. Oh, this is home.
It's comfy, isn't it?
I feel like I'm in the 70s when I was a kid in my bed.
You're quite a large child in the 70s.
Yes, I was. It was just, my hands were actually taped to the bed. Don't mess the sheets up.
Keep it really tight. Hospital sheets. They're so tight you can't move your hands.
Really?
So you can't sin against God. Shall we start with word association for yourself as well? Word association.
Yes.
Would you like to start with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Jason Byrne on the couch.
Why has it got darker?
Because it's getting creepy now.
Do I get knocked out? Is someone going to knock me out?
Oh, how fair. Wait. Where is there a God that would listen to that plea? Ireland.
Oh, Ireland. Happy, miserable, raining, sunny, miserable, happy, raining, miserable, cynical, two-faced, welcoming, racist, not racist, sunny, shiny, shitty, brilliant crap.
Touring.
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 Escaping, yes.
Escaping Ireland, or?
No, the wife.
Oh, the wife.
Yeah, yes, I gotta go to work, yeah. Ooh.
Audience.
Oh, money. I mean, brilliant.
Bono.
O-knob.
O-knob.
Yeah, that's Bono backwards.
Okay. So Bono is O-knob.
Oh, what a knob. Yo, Pete. Look at it.
Balloon.
Sorry?
Balloon.
Oh, Mommy, the clown's still here.
Catholic.
Mommy, the clown's still here.
Sex.
None. Ever. Sort yourself out in the toilet and come back to me.
Bubbles.
Oh no, I can't say what I thought at first.
Yes.
Vaginas.
And this, I take it, was with an inflatable woman.
Yeah, that's who I bring on tour.
Shall we move on to leprechaun?
Tom Cruise. I don't know. He's the one that did that Far and Away movie. Did you ever see that Far and Away movie?
Oh, I love that. One of the great... Al Nicole was in that.
Yeah,
Our beautiful
Nicole was in it as well.
Kidman
Is she
playing his
really
wife.
beautiful? She's not really.
Oh, gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
She's not.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, but she's kind of plain.
Gorgeous.
Like Angelina Jolie is sorted all over the place. Nicole, like, snap, oh no. Be a breaker.
Boy bands?
Shit. Westlife, Boyzone, Backstreet Boys, Boys that can't play instruments. Brian Hadden. No, Brian's all right. Brian's all right. Brian. I think that one should win. That's who should win. That one there. How do you understand Brian McFadden here? It's brilliant. Well done. That one there.
You've clearly worked with Brian McFadden.
I have, yeah. Yeah, come on.
It's uncanny. The similarity is uncanny.
I know. I am good looking though.
Yeah.
Well.
Last one for the word association. Budgie smugglers.
Canaries at customs.
Let's go a little deeper now. Do you think going through life with a surname that means to destroy with fire has affected you?
Well, kind of. In school. Here comes Jason, Byrne victim. Well, that wasn't the worst. Nestles was my nickname in school. You see, there was a thing
Like
called...
Nestles, like the...
I don't know if you had the Milky Bar kid here. Did you have the Milky Bar kid?
That was my first gig. I am the Milky Bar Kid. Not a lot of people know that.
You were the Milky Bar kid?
Yes.
Shut up. Was it really?
I was so beautiful as a child, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I should get the gold fucking Logie.
Yeah, come on. Well, anyway.
We had Milky Bars. Here.
Yeah, I was called Nestles because I had round glasses and my hair was down straight.
Oh.
And I got beaten up because they would go, yeah, Nestles. And I just go, it's actually pronounced Nestle.
You keep coming back here. Why?
I think I keep coming back here to listen to the beautiful tone of the accent.
Do you like it, the accent? The Australian accent? It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, the constant... I don't know how Kevin Rudd gets anything done.
No. And lastly, what makes women special?
The man they marry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Byrne. Up next, Hotspot.
It's good news week.
I have the big questions about the news of the week. They have their wit, their charm, and a big yellow smarty called the Hotspot. Robin's teen, first question for you.
Okay, darling.
What does Eyjafjalla Ökal mean in English? Eyjafjalla Ökal. I'm just a plane in the sky. No.
I have a feather in my throat. You can choke on that name.
Eyjafjalla Ökal. What does it mean in English?
Is this anybody?
I think it's the volcano and it means flight canceling ash hole.
How do you know your child is possessed by the devil?
I'll go for it. If they say something like, Mommy, if I'm really good, can we go get a new toy? Would that be all right?
Perfect line of vomit all around the room.
Who took your line, Dom? Oh, robbed. Anybody else?
Find a Young Liberals membership in their top drawer.
With Satan, if you miss a payment, do you get repossessed by the devil? I'll go now.
If you were starting a hate group, who would you hate? Oh, there's so much love in the room.
I would hate everybody that's not us. Because we're better than them.
Estonia. Yeah, you know why.
Iceland. Sorry, I mean Norway. Sweden. New Zealand? That's it, that's the one! Yeah! New Zealand! Yeah, get the fucking you fucking dick!
They might be watching.
Oh, are they watching?
They might be.
I didn't mean it.
How do you know a footballer is being paid too much?
Instead of stealing it, he pays for sex?
Yeah! DeAnne Smith!
He pays a little man to catch the ball for him. Get that, will you, Jeeves?
How can we get teenage boys to pull up their pants?
Put vaginas in the crotches.
Genius.
I need a size down. If you were going to be bludgeoned to death, what would you like the weapon to be?
A vagina.
Jason Sponder's vagina.
John's grandmother's vagina.
Hey, that's me.
How do we stop people having so many babies?
I'm not trying to push any kind of lifestyle, but I will say that I've been trying for a long time, and I haven't gotten my girlfriend pregnant once.
How can we save money on hospitals?
Kill the patient.
Work experience doctors.
Yeah, then the patients will die.
Come up with a tourism slogan for Australia.
Australia. Yeah!
Come, but not by boat.
Australia. Shit's on New Guinea.
Australia, where casual racism is kind of quaint.
Yeah, good point.
Now Pauline Hanson free.
Come on, Dom. Come on down. Visit Alice Springs and make the rest of Australia seem wonderful.
Okay, here we go. Last one. What's a terrorist's favourite song?
Who?
Oh, Gina's in there.
Terrorist.
Mr. Bombastic.
Anybody else? Terrorist's favourite song?
Like a virgin, 74 times in a row.
Where's your head at? Where's your head at?
That's it, we're done. Strange but true is next.
It's good news week. It's good news week.
Time to put strange but true to bed. Mikey, DeAnne, Dom. You had the clown.
Oh, don't patronise me, Claire.
The jack in the box. And finally, we have this.
I had the best. I had the world famous Harlem Gospel Choir, huh? Get any better than that?
Yeah. Put your hands together. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You know, it doesn't make much sense. There ought to be a law against, anyone who takes offense at a day on your celebration. Oh no, in our minds, that there ought to be a time to see set aside to show you how much that I love you. And I'm sure that you'll agree it would be more perfectly than to have a war party on the day you came to be. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy. Such a wonderful occasion. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. To you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Well, famous Harlem Gospel Choir, beautiful concert of hope coming around Australia. What is the story? How did those things connect? Interesting.
Well, actually, this hits pretty close to home for me. I like to keep this pretty hidden, but one of the ways I paid my way through university was doing kids' parties as a clown. You can read about that in my autobiography, Mummy the Clown Said Fuck. Because basically a clown is just an adult that a child can kick in the anus, and that's what I was. But it is about a clown, but not a normal sort of clown. Because have a look at these. The Jack in the Box.
Something scary.
Little sinister, little...
Scary yet perfectly in tune clown. A gospel singing, believing in God, but somehow mocking the universe clown. I think I've got it.
The story's got something to do with a Northern European, and it's a clown, but it's a scary clown. And people are signing on with this guy, and like, you're booking for a kid's birthday, but it starts beforehand with like creepy texts to the kid, and it's almost like a scary horror clown, and then
or a bishop.
Or a bishop. And so he's like a horror clown. So he scares the living chocolate crackles out of the kids, and then turns up on the day and does a scary clown performance, which will no doubt scar them for life.
I'm going to give you 10 points for it. Thank you very much. Can you name the country that it's from? Do you know where it's from?
Is it Holland or Switzerland or France? Switzerland. It's It's Switzerland, boy! It doesn't work with just the nose on, does it?
In the Swiss city of Lucerne, you can now book a different kind of birthday surprise for your child. An evil clown who promises to scare them senseless. There he is, that's the evil clown. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's... Oh, God, we're all going to die! What do you get a child who's got everything? Permanent psychological damage. For a fee, Dominique Deville dresses up in a frightening mask and contacts the child to tell them he's watching. For another fee, he stops. As well as the clown act, he also offers the children really disturbing pony rides. He says most of the kids love it, and if not, well, too late now. Claire, Jason, Gina, your clues were? The packaging.
I just wanted to make bubble wrap shoes and have a walk in them. Yeah.
Oh, that's relaxing.
You get about 2 steps and then it's over. So good.
That's living. We also have the booty.
I've got an arse. That looks rubbish. Does that look Beyonce-ish?
It is really weird that it's white.
Would you mistake me for Beyonce if I was walking through Redfern? Would you?
Wow.
And finally, we have this.
Hit it.
Return to sender. Return to sender.
Shameful. Jason Byrne! Jason Byrne! Harder! Harder! Jason Byrne!
Thank you. Thank you.
I think this show has just jumped the shark. We may never go back to where we once were, ladies and gentlemen. That idyllic time before Return to Sender.
So we have bubble wrap, me and a bum.
And a white ass.
You just say the answer, will you?
Alright.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's an amazing story. It's a Polish story. Because initially I thought that the bum meant, like the booty, I thought the booty meant buttocks. And I had a memory of a news story where someone had Van Gogh, but instead they'd cut off their bum cheeks and sent them to someone. And then I remembered I dreamt it. So it's not the answer.
That's great. I'm not going to send you a shit. I'm going one step further. I'm cutting off where it came from. Love it.
So somebody cut their bum off and sent it to somebody.
But I actually think it means booty as in loot.
Oh.
As in, you know.
Money.
Yeah,
Stolen
as in
loot.
sweet stolen money.
Stolen loot.
But there's this Polish story about a man. It's one of those stories about crime where you can't help but think that that man deserved the money that he stole. Because what he was doing was packaging himself up in boxes, posting himself to businesses. After everyone had gone home, he'd climb out, steal things, repackage himself, address himself to home, and then back home, open up and...
Oh, please let that be the answer.
How did he get caught? Did he send himself with the British Post Office? Is that what happened? He just died before he got there?
The tragedy is they do have it, ladies and gentlemen. Claire's right.
Oh, my God.
How great is that?
Police in Poland have arrested a burglar who allegedly climbed into large parcels and posted himself to businesses. It's an open and shut case. I don't understand in Poland, when people receive packages, do they not open them? The enterprising thief would climb out at night and rob the premises, then escape by stealing himself and the loot into another box addressed to his home, because You know, when you've been robbed, first thing you do is mail all of your gigantic mystery packages off. It almost went wrong one night when someone saw the thief emerge. He spent the next 20 minutes doing a striptease, singing happy birthday to a very confused cleaner. The man in the box won't reveal his name, but police suspect it might be Jack. Stay tuned, Boxheads. Fast Money is next. Here it is, the game we found under the table, the Melbourne Storm's Fast Money. In Ontario, a man mysteriously injured when a propane tank mysteriously exploded. What do police think caused the explosion? Anybody?
I think he relieved himself of gas.
They think the geniuses, him and his mates, were actually using it as the target for shooting practice.
Thank you very much, that's right. British Conservative leader David Cameron was hit by an egg this week. Why was this a strange coincidence?
Because the day before he was hit by a chicken.
I'm going to give it to you.
Does he dress as a chicken?
The day before, he was followed around by another man dressed as a giant chicken.
Yay! High five. High five.
In New Jersey, a man was charged with assault, reckless endangerment and disorderly conduct after an incident with an off-duty police officer. What did the attacker do?
Was he drunk?
I believe he was drunk, yeah.
Start dancing with a police officer.
Did he throw up on
Kissed
him?
him.
Thank you very much, Mikey's got it. Throw up on him. In Kathmandu, some university students may never know the results of their final exams. After a problem with the papers, what happened? Yes, miss?
Rats ate their exam papers.
I used to use that one all the time.
Yes, the exam papers were handed to police for safekeeping, but then put in a rat-infested storeroom. They were eaten by rats.
Great for the dumb kids.
I'm going to throw the last one to anybody. This week, Facebook disabled the account of a notorious man.
Carl Williams.
Osama bin Laden.
Thank you very much.
We're the winners! We win! We're the winners! We got the last thing right, so we win! Hooray!
Oh, man, that's hilarious. So in the sin bin tonight, Mikey Robbins, DeAnne Smith and Dom Irrera scored a lucrative 82 points. Well done. Shaming Claire Hooper, Jason Byrne and Gina Yashere on 81 points. Don't forget 10.com.au/DNW. If you want to get the podcast, go behind the scenes or hire an evil clown. His name is Jason. So we say good night, Juan Antonio Samaranch, and leave you with the good news for the week ahead. Deep Purple will arrive in Brisbane, as will Spandau Ballet and Deepak Chopra. Finally together at last. Deep, relaxing, new romantic heavy metal. Tomorrow, the Bureau of Statistics will release the Taxation Revenue Report. I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight with all the excitement. Sydney will host the Clio Bachelor of the Year Awards, given to the most attractive man unable to successfully sustain a relationship. 9 a.m. this Friday is Autism Hour. If you'd like to show your support, go to autismhour.com.au. If you'd like to do more, find Russell Kane and give him a good kick up the arse. Do it for the children. Love you, Russ. Later in the week, Deep Purple will hit Canberra. Turns out the smoke on the water is now mostly due to cataracts. Saturday is the start of the Melbourne International Jazz Festival. Less exciting than the New Zealand International Jizz Festival.
Friday night is Comedy All-Stars in Terrigal.
How did I don't know where this came from with my picture on it.
And Friday, the 30th of April, is Comedy All-Stars in Terrigal.
Thanks, Janet.
Hey, can I say, please do not come to the Comedy Store this week. It's packed. We don't have room for anybody else. Next time I'm here, but thanks anyway.
Dom Irrera, ladies and gentlemen, Dom Irrera at the Comedy Store. And finally, Sunday is the Logies, in which all my dreams will finally come true or be shattered cruelly in front of the entire nation. Thank you, Australia. Good night.